Welcome to my channel. If you are new to this channel, consider subscribing to the channel, like and share. As a continuation to our tutorial on sequence and series and arithmetic progression, we are taking another interesting subtopic, which is the sum of the first n terms of arithmetic sequence. We learned that the series simply means the sum of individual terms that made up a sequence. So if, for example, if we have this series, a sequence, and we are asked to find the sum, meaning we are to find the total in addition of all the individual terms. So what we do is that we learned in the beginning of the arithmetic progression that the Sn is used to represent the sum of the individual terms. The n stands for number of terms present in that sequence. That is going to be, now in order to find all the sum of each term or the sum of all the terms, we could also rearrange this summation, as in we rearrange the Sn again starting from the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we add them per, and that will give us 12. If you add this, you also get plus 12, another plus 12, plus 12, plus 12, and finally what? Plus 12. Seeing this is an equal sign, we need to also add this side. That gives us 2 of the Sn. Now, it will be easy to get the answer here because I know 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 in that order. I should know the sum of all the 12. But in another vein, we can also say how many of the 12 are we having? How many 12 is present here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 of them. So I can say that my 2Sn equals to 6 of the 12. As in 6 times 12 will give me adding 12 6 different times. So I believe in this vein, I am looking for the sum. We have to find the sum of this sequence. So we divide both sides by the 2, and that will give us the sum equals to this will go here, as in 3. 3 times this, we get your answer as what? 36. Meaning if we are to add this element here, all of them, we know this. If you add this to this, you get 10. 10 plus this will be 21. 21 plus this will give us what? 28. 28 plus this will give us what? 31. Plus this is what? 36, as we are having. Now, it is easy. You say, why won't I just add these numbers than to go through all this process to arrive at the same answer? There are instances whereby the sequence given to you is not limited. I know this is finite. It always be a finite. But if in case we have these numbers out here up to what? 100. It means that there are so many numbers that are present there. In order to add all those numbers become what? Cumbersome. So it is there is a need for us to derive a general formula to make the calculation easier. That is how come we need a general form to find the sum of the n term of any arithmetic sequence. So this is what we do. Okay, now let's make this a general formula derivation. So let our first term, which we already know is what? A. We know our common difference. Always as what? D. Then we know sum of term equals what? Sn. So if I want to indicate the sum of term, Sn is going to have first term is always A. The second term is the A plus D, as we did in the previous lesson. This is the second term of a sequence. Then we have A plus 3D as, 2D as the third term. Then if you want to continue, we can have a plus n minus 2d as the second to last term. Then finally we have a plus n minus 1d. This is the last term. We know that this is known as the nth term, the same as what? The last term. Now we know in the previous specific example we did, to find the sum, we rearrange the terms starting from the end. So I can still say that Sn equals to, if I want to begin from here, I can say this is the last term. So I can still indicate that as what? L is the last term, is the same as this. So if this is the last term, we are writing from here, coming this way. If this is the last term, then this is going to be the last term minus what? D. So this becomes last term minus D. Then this is going to be followed by the next one, last term minus what? 2D, whatever it will be. So last term minus 2D. Then we are moving this way all along to this place. So we are left with only two terms, which are also having our A and what? AD. So this could also be our last term minus n minus 2d plus last term minus what? N minus 1d. What we are seeing here is the A. The A is what? The first term. And the last term minus whatever number of terms you are subtracting give you still your first term. So in this addition, adding this together, if you have to add these terms together, beginning from the left, it gives us 2 of the Sn, A plus L will be A plus L plus, this is A plus L, D plus minus D. It will still cancel to give you A plus what? L. 2D minus 2D will cancel. You still have A plus L. This is going to be n minus 2dd. They will go. You still have A plus L. Then finally, we still have A plus L. As we can see, A plus L, meaning there are n number of A plus L. So this gives us 2Sn equals to n multiplying what? A plus L. Don't forget, it is not only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are other terms missing. So there are n number of terms present. So if that is the case, we are looking for Sn. So we divide through by 2. So Sn is going to be n A plus L all over what? 2. Which can really be written as what? N over 2 A plus L. So in finding the sum of the n term of any arithmetic sequence, it is always Sn equals to n over 2 into bracket A plus what? L. Where we are aware that L is the same as A plus n minus 1d. So if I don't want to use the last term directly, then this is going to be n over 2 A plus L, which is now A plus n minus 1d, where A plus A now become 2A. So n over 2A plus n minus 1 or d. So these are the two formulas. It's the same formula anyway that is used to find the sum of the n term of any arithmetic progression, or better still linear sequence. These two formulas, n over 2, where n stands for number of terms present. If there are 50 terms, the n becomes what? 50. Here will also be 50. First term, last term. First term, number of terms will be the same, then the common difference. I believe the concept is good. Let's see how we can use this to solve a question. So we have to find the sum of the first 10 terms, not all of the terms. by the first 10 terms of this AP. We know what we need is the first term, which is 4. We need our common difference to be the difference between two consecutive terms. 2 minus 4, which is minus 2. The number of terms we are looking for is what? 10. So per the formula, Sn, which is n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. We didn't use the last term here because the last term of this sequence is not known. So we only substitute Sn, and the n is what? 10. So 10 over 2, 2 times a, which is 4, plus into bracket n, which is now 10, minus 1d, which is minus 2. I believe outside the bracket will give us 5. This will give us 8, plus this is going to be 9. And 9 times negative 2 will be negative 18. So we're going to have 5 multiplying. This is going to be subtraction. So minus 10, and that will give us minus 50. Meaning if you are to continue listing all these terms up to the 10 position, adding all of them, because there will be more negative here than positive, the sum of the first 10 term will be what? 50, as negative 50. So this formula could be used in finding either the first 4, the first 5, the first 10, or even first 50 or first 100 term in a particular sequence. I believe the concept is grasped. If you do follow this tutorial, don't forget to share with your learning mates, like, and leave a comment. If you subscribe, click on the notification button to receive more notification. Thank you for watching.